today it's Mac, not with 9 before in the family, we changed the name. So it's Mac and Blair Family Adventures. And we figured that that'd be a little more appropriate because the channel really tracks Blair and I and our kids and our family and our adventures that we tend to get into. Like today, right now, we're in the US, we're in Arkansas. Unfortunately, you see a little bit of cloud cover overhead, but we're waiting for the start of the total eclipse. And so we wanted to find a location that was really out of the way where we wouldn't be facing massive crowds. So we came to Arkansas, my home state, and a lot of people went to Texas, a lot of people went further north. And then we picked a small town to come to where they'd have a park that we could get out. And hey, drop it down, let me comments and let me know if this is clear, because I don't know if this video is clear or not. It's clear to me, so I hope it's clear to you. But let me know. Let me flip the camera around here and just kind of show you. This is a nice park. It's a city park. It's not even a city, guys. It's a town. I think there's probably like 800 people live here. But we wanted to come here, this isolated location. And here we are, right? So right beside the baseball field. I'm gonna try to move this slow around there. And they have a nice concession stand set up here. Over there, of that pavilion, about an hour ago, they had some things set up for the kids. The kids made not shadow boxes, but they made boxes so they could look at the solar eclipse. We have the glasses. They gave away free books for the kids. It was really a great experience to come to this location, especially for the children. I'm gonna try to not walk through the grass because I know that's kind of shaky. But we're about 20 minutes before the start of the solar eclipse. But totality starts in probably, let's see, there's a counter over here in another hour and 42 minutes. We traveled all the way from England to get over here for this. The boys over here playing, they're having a good time. Again, they did some educational stuff earlier, so I'm letting them kind of just roam free here for the next hour or so before we get everyone kind of gathered up. And we're right over here. Here's Blair, there's Blakely. All right, there's Blair, it's Kenzie. Braden's my mom. Oh, have a sister here. We came up as a caravan today, brought up 2 vehicles. And if you look up overhead, a little bit of cloud cover. Okay, it's more than a little bit of cloud cover. However, I'm not overly concerned about that because still at the point of totality, it is going to get dark. You can see other people are starting to roll in here at the park. We got here a couple of hours ago. We got here around 10 a.m. because we wanted to make sure we left. Woke up at 5. This is about right at 3 hours from where my home place is, where I live. So we woke up at 5. We left around 6. Drove up here on the back roads. We didn't go through any of the major highways, any of the interstates. You can see people starting to roll in, starting to set up. And again, we specifically wanted a less busy location. I did the summer solstice last year, and I was at Stonehenge. And while I was at Stonehenge, I got to Stonehenge at 7 p.m. and I was in my car from 7 to 10 p.m. just waiting to get parked. And I knew I didn't want that type of event. So here in the state of Arkansas, today they have declared I guess a state of emergency. Yeah, the governor declared a state of emergency because there's anticipating hundreds of thousands of people coming into Arkansas. The roads are just going to be packed out because this is such a huge event. It's been all over the news. Arkansas declared a state of emergency. Indiana, I think around Buffalo, they declared a state of emergency as well, the governor there. And it's just a lot of people really coming in for this solar eclipse. We drove down a couple days ago from DC. And so we've been really just excited to make it here. It was 1,100 mile from DC to Arkansas. We decided to drive primarily because we knew that if we tried to come down here and get a car rental, we wouldn't be able to get a rental because there's just so many people coming in. But yeah, let me see if there are any comments here. Yep. So yeah, I said we came here. Let me flip the camera back around. All right. So we've been here since early this morning. Solar eclipse is going to be starting up here in about an hour and a half. Got the family here, have the kids here. We did the solar eclipse in 2017, and I think there's one next year, I think in Portugal or something like that, and coming across Europe. We may try to make that one, but we flew back to the US for this one. And I think it's just a really great thing to do from an educational standpoint with the kids, and they had some activities set up. They made some stuff this morning, and I think that overall, this was something I really wanted to do from a parenting perspective, a personal perspective, and just as experience, right? The whole point is for us, like Blair and I, You may have 6 kids, and the way we try to do it is we try to match the experiences with things that we would enjoy as parents, with things that the kids would enjoy. This one may be a little bit more for the parents. The kids aren't really excited about the solar eclipse. No, they won't be excited until the point of totality. At that point, I think they will be excited because it's going to start to get dark, and I think they'll enjoy that. But up until we get to that point, they're just playing. And so I'm glad we came to a park. It really was hard to find this isolated location because every other place is going to be absolutely packed out today. So as I was saying, the governor declared a state of emergency here. They're anticipating hundreds of thousands of people. They're saying also that your cell phones may stop working. They're anticipating not injuries so much, but the EMS is out. We had EMS here earlier, and then also every state trooper across the whole state is out. We passed so many cops on the way up here this morning. There's just a lot of people really prepped up. And it's cutting across such a massive swath across the United States, going across Texas, going over Dallas. This is just a really big thing here in the U.S. So if you're watching from the U.S., you already know that. If you're outside of the U.S., then if you didn't know how much the U.S. has kind of flipped over to making this a big event today, in the state of Arkansas here today, 100 school districts, probably over 100 school districts are closed. So they closed all the schools. My niece, her school is bringing buses up. They live about 2 hours south. They're bringing buses up to Hot Springs to get them into totality. So buses, school buses are moving kids around. I mean, it's just a really big thing here this time. Way more than it was in 2017. In 2017, that was a big event. It cut across the U.S. as well, and that was a huge event. I think because maybe social media is just so such a real thing now, and so many people on social media and able to put out videos, and there's so many more articles and everything. It just kind of blew this one up really large. But there are a lot more people involved, and even where we are now, I'm starting to see even more and more people come in, and I anticipate it's going to get pretty packed out. We're anticipating taking several hours. It's a 3-hour drive normally to get home. We anticipate that it'll probably take us about 5 hours to get home, just because when we left in 2017 to go home from South Carolina to Maryland, it took us about 10 hours to travel. It would have been a 6-hour drive. So we know that this is something you could just kind of dedicate your whole day to. And there are a lot of people I know who will have friends who wouldn't do anything at all with this. That like, I'm going to work, I'm going to stay home, I'm not going to get involved. But for me with the kids, I'm like, hey, this is a great experience. I can't pass this up as a parent. And then me as a science junkie, on my own right, I wasn't going to pass this up. And I was glad my sister was able to come up and help drive because I had my brother's kids with me as well. And she came over. She brought my mom because we did a caravan, 2 cars up here. But yeah, this is really good. I'm really excited. And let me know if this is clear or not. A lot of times when I try to go live, they're not clear. I've had experiences before where I tried to go live and it just didn't work out. Let me go back over and talk to Blair for just a second and see what are some of her thoughts. The solar eclipse.
Okay, so it's been a long time coming, and I'm excited that it's finally here. So I want to see like if I can remember anything like that was different from last time and this time. Like this time is different already because we're sitting outside for a longer amount of time, and we see like how the ants are acting. Or you said these are bees,
No, these are ants. Yeah, I didn't talk
ants.
about that on the live yet.
Oh my bad.
So yeah, go ahead and talk about the ants because I didn't describe that.
So we have ants flying around, like the don't know which stage that is, but they're flying ants, and they're everywhere.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that the ants didn't start until about 10 to 15 minutes right before where they started solar eclipse, which I guess it's 12:09. So at this moment, the eclipse has actually started. But again, we have cloud cover because we can't see it from here. But the ants came up about 15 minutes ago. There was no bugs. They just a lot of them just kind of, I don't know. A lot of people said strange things happen during solar eclipses where
Yeah,
ants fly different, birds do things differently.
yeah. I'm just,
Unfortunately,
I'm
yeah.
just glad that Kenzie decided to wake up because this one has been asleep all morning. So we have a nice bubbly Kenzie going on right now.
Yeah, we left at 5, and she has been experiencing a lot of stranger danger with family members, but she's starting to calm down. Our babies really suffer. This is their first time in the U.S., definitely their first time in Arkansas. They haven't been in the U.S., haven't been to Arkansas, and they haven't been around grandparents, they haven't been around aunties, aunts, and all these other first cousins, and so it's been a lot of overexposure for them. Where's Malachi?
In the truck.
Okay, let's go see if we can find Malachi real quick. And so we have different groups. We have some of the boys who are out playing over on the play sets, and I have another child. Hey, where's Malachi? Where? Well, sit him up. Don't have him eating laying down. Sit him up.
Up, please.
No, don't pull him on his arm. Don't pull on his arm. Do it properly. Don't pull on his shirt. What are you doing? Sit him up properly.
Junior, why can't you do this? Excuse me? Your brother.
Okay, support his back, and don't try to feed him again laying down like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, my brother?
Okay, so that's what we have here. I'm not going to keep this live going the whole time because I actually want to use this phone because I'm going to get my drone up in the air, and I need my phone to fly the drone. But I just want to do a quick live, jump in, say hi, because we haven't done anything here in a little while because we've been traveling. But anything, you want to say anything? No? Okay.
Just waiting.
Just waiting. We're waiting. We're getting close now. It's not raining, so that's a good thing. I was concerned that we may get caught in the rain. It's not raining. The cloud, oh, I can actually see the sun. I'm not going to point the camera at the sun, but the sun is actually coming out. So about another hour, if it clears up really well, then I'll be able to get some great views. I'm going to have my drone up in the air. Let me flip it around. So you can see I have one camera set up here. I'm going to get my drone up in the air to just kind of get some views and perspectives on the horizon. So I think that'd be really cool. Drone in the air, camera set up here with the lens. Another camera set up here to take pictures, and then I will be using my phone, and then I may actually have another camera going as well. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off this live, and I hope you all having a great time. 99.1 here in the UK as well. Yeah, I think there's gonna be one coming over to the UK maybe next year or so. If I'm there, I would love to be able to participate in that. All right, leave a comment, and we'll talk to you guys later.